Welcome to Hair of the Dogcast again.
And Premium Edition games.
Of course. We're actually watching a direct.
Yeah, so basically what I do, so I'm Jeffrey Wittenhagen for everybody in the crowd, right there,
Woo!
P-Rad.
Wow.
We're gonna talk some Nintendo Switch.
Yes, we are.
We're gonna watch our Series 3 Premium Direct, where we announced our next Nintendo Switch physicals that Premium Edition Games is doing.
All right. This is wonderful.
And we are going to drink during this, Dylan, so we can be freshly libated.
Cheers, buddy.
Q&A.
Absolutely. Roll that game footage.
I'm excited to see what
All right,
games
so,
you got.
So here's our first game for the Premium
I don't know, it
Direct.
has alcohol references.
It does.
Cathedral.
So this is a Metroidvania.
Okay.
Cathedral. So essentially you're playing as a knight and you can procedurally upgrade as you unlock things in the game. It's a very difficult game though, so there's lots of boss fights.
Sure.
And look at that.
So it's got a lot of RPG elements?
A lot of RPG elements to it, full platformer of
Okay.
course, like Metroid.
All
And you
right.
can get different armor upgrades to make sure you can take more damage.
Of course. Now, is it upgraded? Is it roguelike or roguelite a little?
So it's not really roguelike. You will die a lot, but
Yeah.
if you go to the bank and invest your money, you won't lose
Keep
anything.
stuff.
If you have
Okay.
0, you lose nothing.
that is the best reward system in video games.
Exactly.
It's the
There.
Souls version.
There's one of the Guardians, the Necromancer.
Oh, this is very cool. Who developed this?
This game was developed by Eric Levison, which is it's an amazing title.
This was a team, right?
Oh yeah,
Okay, good.
absolutely.
Because if this was another Undertale situation, I would have been blown away.
There's a lot of games that we're releasing though that are done by single point developers.
Sure.
But yeah, this one has a team.
Well, they keep making it easier and easier. Oh, this is cool.
Yeah,
like
so you
a
have
bit of a
soul.
drone.
You have a bit of a soul.
Yeah.
And he comes and you can manipulate him. He also creates like a sailcloth where you can float as well later. And there's some of your magic that you can use throughout the game.
Okay.
You get lots of abilities, double jumps.
Honestly,
And Elden Pixels.
Elden Pix. Ew.
Elden Pixels.
Okay. Well, we don't even know how that
And
game plays yet.
Decemberborn Interactive.
Decemberborn. Really? Mm-hmm. Elden Pixels. Just okay.
That is who created Cathedral.
All right.
And look at what we're doing.
This is an automatic buy. Clearly.
So that white on the manual right there is going to be foil embossed. All that white will be foil on the manual.
So it's going to shine like a diamond.
It's going to shine like a diamond.
That's beautiful.
That's right. And everything goes open for pre-order on the 16th of November
Pre-order. Do you know what the actual release date is going to be for this?
when it comes out. It usually takes
That's
about
fine.
2 or 3 months. See the hand-drawn guide right there and the retro box? You can pause the video for a second.
Sure, absolutely.
So that
Yeah.
hand-drawn mini guide right there.
Yeah.
There was a Kickstarter by a guy named Phil Summers, right? And he took a Metroid hand-drawn guide to Kickstarter. It is all art, so Nintendo had issues with it. So after he had to, take that off of Kickstarter, I reached out to him and I said, "Hey, do you want to work with us?"
Sure.
Because hey, we're licensing the games with Nintendo and working with the developers. So if you see there, that is absolutely an amazing looking cover on that hand-drawn guide. And he's
That
going to
is-
do a mini guide that fits inside of our retro.
Ooh.
And then if he wants to, he'll do a full-blown hand-drawn guide later. And
This
then,
is really good. This is all very good looking.
that artwork to the left of it on the retro box, that's going to be a Super Nintendo style, is by Nick Huddleston. He does some amazing, photorealistic artwork. I don't give the artists that much direction because I don't want to stymie their vision. The top left corner on that slipcase, that's Paul Niemeyer, who's here on the he's here on the work on the floor.
Very
so
cool.
Got lots of cool things. Our challenge card is in the top right hand corner because we do a challenge card with every one of our releases. So that is our Cathedral.
So I assume you have different versions for this?
Yeah, so this is the retro edition, right?
Okay.
And then the standard edition will be just the outer top left corner
Sure.
and the right corner. So we went to the standard edition before it went to this screen.
So how much is this going to run?
So
starting out?
our standards are $40, our retros are $60. So for
Just in
$60
general?
Yep. No,
Okay.
that's how much they retail for. So it'll be $60. You'll get a mini guide in there, as well as that full soundtrack for Cathedral. We have some new artwork that's going to be on there that's not in the bottom left. The bottom left is artwork that I already created. We actually had a custom-made piece that we're having done, and it looks so good. They're like rocking out on guitars and stuff on the actual art.
Oh, that's
like,
cool.
Yeah, so that's going to be the actual art, because we always change up things and try to get some brand new art for everything.
You know, this is an immediate buy for me. At first I was like, another one of like these Castlevania likes.
Oh yeah.
That always pop up every
Yeah.
once in a while. No, this definitely looks up my alley. So yeah, that's an automatic purchase.
Great. And the one thing we try to not do, and you can see it right here, we don't try to use the same art on every single piece of our artwork. So like
Thank you.
literally our retail game that you see right there, that is the normal key art that you're going to see when you go to the Nintendo eShop for Cathedral.
Oh,
However,
yeah.
we are getting new pieces commissioned. We've had 5 new pieces commissioned just for this.
Wow.
And I've actually redesigned the manual, because the manual is from one of the cutscenes at the beginning of the game, and I redesigned it in order for it to fit the purview of our manual to make it just really pop.
Now, is there an interesting story to this game? Because a lot of these retro Metroidvania, Dark Souls likes, they try really hard. Is it actually interesting?
So I think it's more of one of those where you're like thrust into the world where you don't know what's happened, but there's this whole backstory that is released as you progress through the game.
Okay.
You find out the nuances through your little buddy, buddy that's over there activating things, and
Sure.
he's the one that kind of reveals like the ultimate baddie at the end. And it's a ridiculous boss fight at the end.
Is it?
It's so good.
Okay.
It's
I'm
one of
excited
the-
for this one quite a
And
bit.
it's one of the few that I've 100%ed on this. It was so good that I could not
you
stop playing
you
it.
100%ed it?
With all the time that I don't have, I 100%ed it.
Okay.
Like, ridiculous.
I don't want to sound like a salesman making a pitch to everyone in the audience, but that actually means something because this dude doesn't have time. He doesn't at all.
I don't. I'm doing all the things.
That's an automatic buy.
Yeah, so again, this will be, now we're only limiting 500 to the website for our retro editions for this pre-order on the 16th of November, so be sure to go on the website so you can secure a copy.
We last shut it off, and it's so great to finally give you all a date.
It will be fun watching everyone tackle this challenging Metroidvania, and the hand-drawn mini-guide is going to be amazing.
Oh, yeah.
I look forward to everyone's challenge patch submissions as well.
Moving on, we should provide everyone a developer update on our Kickstarter title, Sunshine
I like
Anthology.
all of your commitment to it. Did you write a script?
Oh, Barry wrote the script, for
Okay.
sure.
Ooh.
So this right here is Sunshine Manor. So you can see, you can leave the volume up, because the basically the developer right now is giving everybody an update. This was a Kickstarter from 2020, and so Camp Sunshine was already created. It's a horror movie style game that's supposed to be Friday the 13th
I've heard of
done
this.
right.
I've heard of this.
This is Sunshine Manor, and Sunshine Manor is now done and released on Steam.
Oh, wow.
They're now porting it, and the artwork is right there on our table that was done by Graham Humphreys from Horror Movie fame. So, like, these guys are horror movie fans doing amazing games, and you can tell all the retro nuances in it. It's so good.
The pixel art is very good. It's got this,
So we are hoping the localization will be finished.
well, I mean, it's got a very Undertale-y kind of look to it.
A
It's,
little bit of Undertale. I say a little bit of Maniac Mansion crossed with a little bit of Earthbound
it's got a bit of Link to the Past in it, too.
and a little bit of Link to the Past.
This is interesting. Now, I guess I'm kind of curious as to, is it puzzle based? Is it?
So there are definitely a lot of little puzzles to the gameplay,
Yeah.
but you really can't attack. But you do have a psychic ability to repel things.
Oh.
And so, like, you'll have to figure out
I see that, the
puzzles to
purple.
unlock further progression.
Sure.
But it's not necessarily a puzzle game, because there are action, there are boss fights, and all of those things.
Now, this could be categorized as a horror in the horror genre,
Absolutely.
but is it going to be scary in terms of the horror genre?
Oh, I don't think that there's going to be a ton of jump scares, but
No.
Camp Sunshine absolutely has jump scares in it.
I've
because
played-
the killer bear comes after you.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's going to be great when everyone can get their
Yeah,
hands
so
on
that
these
was
two
literally the
insane and
developer
brutally
update
gory
to
games.
let
Both
Kickstarter
on one
backers know,
cartridge.
hey, we're still
They'll
working on
just have
this.
to wait a little longer.
That's really cool.
I think our Series 3 titles will help hold everyone
Yeah,
over
so
until
now we're
Sunshine
doing the
Itself
first
comes out.
brand new
Speaking of Series
reveal
3,
right
don't we have
now.
another
Oh,
treat in store for our
this is
viewers?
very
You're
exciting.
darn tooting, Jefferoony. Roll that hidden gem trailer.
Jefferoony.
Jefferoony.
I am never going to call you anything
Thank you.
else.
Thank you. So this is a reveal.
Oh. Okay. Now, this is what can be described as Dom over here.
No, like the fact that nobody knows about this game is a shame. They will now.
It's a Dylan game. Whenever something shows up in any type of reveal trailer,
Look at this.
oh,
Look at this.
okay, yeah, I'm gonna
Just
stop talking for a
enjoy.
millisecond. Okay,
This is what we call hidden gaming gem, game of the year material when it was released.
I'm getting a lot of like Terraria vibes. Zelda 2, but good, I heard from the audience over here.
Zelda 2 is good.
Zelda 2 is okay. Yeah, and then
yeah.
you have to face a million things coming at you from off screen.
Now this
This looks
game right here.
Oh, this looks. It looks like there are a ton of abilities. It looks like. Okay. This is very charming. You know what this reminds me of a little bit is Iconoclast. I don't know if you ever played that.
Iconoclast, a little bit of Celeste in there.
Yeah, yeah. Especially, well, I mean, the pink hair, you know.
Yeah.
Phenotopia Awakening.
I'll tell you when to pause. Yeah. I got Tom on cue over there for
Our
pauses
Phenotopia
right now.
Awakenings.
All right. So this is Phenotopia Awakening. So it does have some Metroidvania aspects, but it's more of an adventure title.
Okay.
When you have the overworld, that's where you get your Zelda 2 references, because you have that big, giant overworld where the enemies come at you subdued,
Yeah.
and then when they attack you, you go into another side-scrolling action scene.
Sure.
But it is super engrossing. The developers told us it's about 100 hours worth of gameplay.
100 hours.
100 hours.
So we're talking like Witcher 3 types.
I'm telling you that I'm still writing the manual on it. I have not scratched the surface with this title, and he
But-
has challenged me to beat it.
Now you've played it though.
Oh, absolutely. I played it for like at least 10 hours.
Okay. And you can give it. Are you allowed to give early impressions?
It's amazing. Here's
Okay.
the thing though. Everything that Premium Edition Games signs has to meet our threshold of blowing us away.
Sure.
So it has to be something that's like, okay, this needs a physical. 100% needs
that's
to be
great.
preserved on the Nintendo Switch.
Yeah.
So regardless of how many games we release, we're going to always have to hit that threshold, that mark. So every single game that you get from us is going to be something that's like, oh yeah, this is something that we need to play.
So you got the Wittenhagen seal of approval in the
Basically,
corner.
the premium
Yeah.
seal of approval, like this seal
The
right
premium
here,
seal.
yeah.
That's cool.
Oh, we got a question from the audience.
Yeah, we do. Come up here, sir.
Young sir, come up here.
Are we allowed to talk about release dates?
Yeah, we're allowed to talk about release dates.
When does it come out?
So, when he's asking when it comes out, all of our Series 3 will be up for pre-order on November 16th. So on November 16th, we will do a 1-month open pre-order, which means we're not a limited company. Premium
Sure.
Edition Games is not a limited company.
No.
We are a company that will produce as many as people want to buy. So over that month pre-order, we'll gauge how many. We will place the order with Nintendo, and it will be in production. The production will take a few months. There is a thing called a New Year's that happens, a little bit of a holiday. So there'll be a
Sure.
holiday lull. So anticipating February, March-ish that things will begin shipping. And I mean all editions. Because the pauses in production are my big hardcover strategy guides and our steelbooks. We're not doing either with Series 3 to keep things moving along.
Yeah. Yep.
Yep.
I can't believe I have more games to buy.
Yeah.
Ludicrous.
And now check out this artwork here. So Paul Niemeyer was busy. He was only able to do Cathedral for this series.
Oh,
He was.
that's so cute.
So the developer commissioned within his own artist to do all of the artwork within this game. It looks
Phenotopia.
amazing. It has a cohesive theme to it, and it really pops. Every piece is going to be, approved by the developer, including that challenge card.
What's a challenge card?
So challenge cards. We have a challenge card in every one of our releases for every Premium Edition Games release. There's a challenge on the back by the developer, and when you meet that challenge and post it to social media, we'll mail you a patch for free.
Oh.
That's why I'm wearing patches, everyone. We mail patches for free.
Very cool.
So that card and then the card for Cathedral are different challenges. Some are very difficult. Some are really fun to do. I mean, Super Blood Hockey was a classic where you had to take a life in franchise mode, so we're seeing all these brutally gory kills.
Yeah.
Phenotopia will not have brutally gory things, because that's not how Phenotopia works. It
doesn't seem like she's a murderer.
No. And she's holding a fishing rod.
That's
So,
very cute.
Yeah.
Fishing. I'm a sucker for fishing minigames when
Yeah.
they're good.
Yeah, this
So-
one is really fun.
Okay.
And not overly engineered either, so it's really good.
Excellent.
Is there a blood code?
There's no blood code for Phenotopia yet.
Great. You got my money.
Yay.
Standard
So we'll go
Premium
over to the
Edition
retro
comes with
edition.
Full game on cards, color manual, premium challenge card,
Barry over
inlay
here got this
art,
one.
Oh, yeah.
and a slipcover designed
Yeah,
exclusively
that slipcover
by
art
the
looks so
developer.
good.
This will also be a
Honestly,
4-week open
wait till you
pre-order
see the
beginning
retro
November
box.
16th, 2021. We'll
All
also
right,
be
now you
producing
can
a
pause.
retro edition for Peanut.
So, within the retro edition, we're doing a Super Nintendo box layout, which with Series 2, they're both at the Super Nintendo box layout as well.
Oh, that's gorgeous. Yeah.
And then it's going to be a double disc CD because the soundtrack is gigantic. It's amazing. And then they're doing a chibi keychain, which we haven't figured out how we're going to attach it, whether it be the O-ring or the little string or one of those things. But
Please do the O-ring.
Yeah.
The string's gonna break.
I figured the O-ring would be the standard to do. Yeah, so check out that Super Nintendo themed box.
Can you talk a little bit about the developer of this?
So the developer of it, his name's Quang, and he's a very it's called it says Cape Cosmic.
I can kind of see it.
Kind of see it. And this has been their project for the last 6 to 8 years programming it. There have been channels that have talked about that they are so disappointed that Phenotopia Awakening did not get more recognition based off all the effort and the passion of this developer. And then when we talked to him, we're like, hey, so we would like to take this physically. We played it. It's amazing. It needs a physical. He's like, well, the digital sales weren't up to my expectations. We're like, we don't care about digital sales. We played the game and we love it.
Sure.
People will know how to spell Phenotopia. It's Phoenix. They will know how to spell it. They will know how to say it.
Yeah.
Everybody's going to know it because it's an amazing title that deserves preservation.
That's, people who complain about release dates, it's a bit of a gripe. You didn't make it. You can't make it. Shut up. Go away.
Well, and the thing is that we're going to have people pre-order it. Every other company has got their own issues or doing their own thing.
Absolutely.
We've been getting them out in about 3 months or so, which is ridiculously fast in comparison. And it's because we're only going slow. Every quarter, we are trying to do one release. Instead, we're doing batches.
Sure.
And we will do what we can do to get out, and we submit everything at the same time. As soon as the pre-order window's over, we already have, you can see it. All the art is already created. It's already created in the templates for submission, so it's in the approval process with Nintendo. All we have to do is after we earn the funding is move it on. Yeah, we just move it on.
That comes with everything in the standard premium edition.
So it's some craziness.
Plus,
Another
so
must buy
CD
for a poor
soundtrack
man.
And a chibi keychain all housed
All I
in the
gotta say
retro
is
style box
the hits
that's
keep
also
coming,
designed
man.
by
I want the
developer.
keychain.
This is our
We're only
our
gonna
Series
have
3 Direct.
500
We
retro
raised the
edition
bar.
copies available.
So again, 5,000 of
This one
those
has me
copies,
really
or
excited.
500 of
It's
those
such an
copies out of the
amazingly beautiful
5,000
game,
per
and I
number.
can't believe more people haven't experienced
Now,
it.
without the glasses,
Agreed. And
you
now
don't.
they finally will.
character doesn't
And
look-
Come on, JP. Everything always has you excited.
Each of our releases hold a special place
Actually,
in my
that
heart.
works. Yeah.
It's great when everyone gets to share
Haven't
that
looked at your
excitement.
face enough.
Absolutely.
Since we've just announced our Series 3
Very
title,
cool.
maybe I should just hit this button that says JP Hype Button.
Apparently, JP gets a
How
button
did
now.
you
with
get
this.
that, Jeff?
Hey,
Did you
and
let
as
him
you can
hear
tell,
that
I
thing?
didn't write this script.
No. I thought you did, Barry.
Let's not be
Wait, here we
crazy
go.
here, JP. Our customers are already happy with our Series 3 titles.
Oh, I'm sure they are, but
So-
I'll bet if I just
so this
look
next
over at the
announcement,
comments, people
like,
will be asking me to push that
Melted
button.
people's faces.
Of course they
Melted.
are. They always
People
want
were
one more
freaking
thing.
out
They
in the
can't
comments
get
during
enough
the
of our
review.
premium products.
Okay,
we need
I'm-
to save
I'm
some
hyped.
stuff for next time.
Yeah, I know. We did teases at the end of our first 2 directs, JP. Maybe we should do something different this time.
Do you really think that's what they want?
Absolutely not.
Yeah, so we were
They
doing
definitely
this,
want to tease,
so
but
people
we
were
should keep
commenting,
them wanting
and people were
more.
like, reveal it,
Well,
reveal
let's
it,
at least
reveal it,
give them
like in
all
the
a
comments
mighty
the whole
hint.
time. It was
I'm going
ridiculous.
to fight
I was watching it while I was
you if you're
drinking
revealing more,
margaritas.
JP. There are
It was
too
so
many
good.
known
It was
IPs
so good.
involved.
All right, stop it, you two. There are
Yeah.
people watching. This is a family-friendly direct.
I always get
Alright, if you
distracted by
guys say
cartoons.
so.
It's just
Oh, that's
I can't
my
wait.
dodo
I'll push
brain.
the
Here we go.
button.
No!
what?
a Power Stone style fighter, competitive fighter that's gotten the Evo awards.
Hold on. Did I see ukulele?
You saw ukulele.
Okay.
There's also another IP that you're about to see.
No. Oh wow.
We got Toe Jam and Earl.
Now- I have heard so many people talk, podcasts or otherwise, talk about how popular Power Stone was in their lives.
And this game plays like it, has competitive combos. It's very easily approachable. There's story modes in it. It is ridiculous.
Wow.
And there's online netcode play. Cross-compatible with all consoles.
That is so interesting.
I'll let you know when to pause.
It
Yeah, so this
it looks
game...
the game actually looks pretty like clear cut and like really nice.
Let's get hype.
Okay.
So
That's
interestingly,
cool. Mighty Fight Federation.
Mighty
You
Fight
know what?
Federation.
I think we
Okay.
need to keep the secret hype
So
buttons
now,
away from
no,
us
no, not yet.
You can try, Barry, but you won't succeed.
Interestingly, though,
Anyway,
now
that's finally it for
watch
this direct.
this.
Thanks everyone for
Okay.
a new warrior approaching.
No. Nice, dude. That's so good.
In the game,
Cuneo.
you get to play as Cuneo and Ricky.
You get to
in
play as
Mighty
Ricky,
Fight
too?
Federation,
Oh man.
fighting Toe Jam and Earl.
That might actually be one of my favorite NES games. Is River City Ransom.
Myself as well. Like I have so much history with this series. This Toe Jam and Earl. Like, look at this.
That's great. I'd rather be Ricky at the end of the day, but
But here's the thing. That's not all.
you're just gonna reveal a bunch in a row. Okay.
We don't just do one reveal or two reveals.
I love their movements. I love their animations. It is so true to style. And this,
And then they have all new arcade story mode stories and everything.
did you happen to play River City Girls?
Oh, of course I played River City Girls.
That game rules.
So good. I mean, the boyfriends are Ricky and Cuneo.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
So,
Is my mind about to really get blown?
yes, right now. Watch.
Wow.
Miriam from Bloodstain is also
Tom.
in the game.
Tom of Hair the Dogcast is just over there creaming his jeans.
Tom's not even here. Tom missed it.
I'm pretending you're Tom. Shh.
Stand-in Tom is screaming his
Wow! It's that there, the Dogcast.
Yeah,
That's cool. A 2D stage.
yeah.
That's interesting. Power Stone on a 2D plane. Isn't that just kind of Smash Brothers?
It is.
No. I won't say it.
It is. Here's the thing. So we have 16 playable characters, all playable on cartridge.
Okay.
Complete on cart, of course.
Some OG characters as well.
Yeah. And then they have their own versions. Rollback netcode cross-pay compatible. It's a very big
Awesome.
thing from a Evo and competitive gaming perspective.
All
and look,
right.
it says joins Series
What's this?
3.
Mighty
Press
Fight
pause.
Federation is part of.
Okay.
So previously, we had only revealed titles
Sure.
2 at a time. Let's go ahead and pause.
Series 3? That's
Now
right,
press
the
pause.
standard premium edition.
So we're going to be doing, in Series 3, a competitive fighter with the aesthetics of Power Stone. We're having custom artwork still created, where we're going to take aesthetics from the PSP version of Power Stone for the slipcase.
Really?
Go down and pause as we're going.
Will come with the full game
And then, of
on
course,
card,
manual.
color manual, premium challenge card,
Oh, that's
inlay
cool.
artwork, and a slipcover created by our own team. This will also
And
be
then we'll
a
have you
4-week
pause when it gets to
open
the retro.
pre-order beginning on November 16th, 2021. We'll also
Press
be
pause.
producing a
So, can you name the inspirations from the CD and the retro box?
Me myself, I can kind of see. What are we talking about here?
So, when you look at the CD,
Oh, it's
does it not have
it's the Dreamcast.
a Dreamcast aesthetic,
Yeah,
has
absolutely.
the same reaching for the stone
Yes.
for Power Stone. That's exactly what the developer wanted, was an aesthetic that looked exactly like the Power Stone. Of course, the artwork's still in progress. It's
Sure.
full color. I've seen some of the color ones now, and it looks amazing.
So yeah, what I love about all the games that you've shown already is that they're all games that people are still hungry for and that nobody is providing for them. The original people who made them have just put it by the wayside, but they're like rabid fan bases.
Yeah.
I love that.
So the retro box, it has a Capcom aesthetic, obviously, NES Capcom, a Mighty Final Fight. That's
Mighty
what we were
Final
going
Fight.
for.
Oh, that's
now,
cool.
All the characters on there are the DLC characters all around it as well in the background.
How did they get Miriam?
I mean, they somehow got a hold of Koji Igarashi, who's also going to share this, by the way.
Oh.
So we're associated with all of that now. So there's 4 major IPs within Mighty Fight Federation. When you have Bloodstained, you have the River City Ransom, aka Kunio-kun series. You have Yooka-Laylee that you mentioned. You saw them real quick. And Toe Jam and Earl.
That's cool.
Which is amazing. It's been a dream to work with some like actual licensed titles as a publisher.
Oh yeah.
But even their original characters are interesting. Like that Heckbane guy right there with the looks like a werewolf but with demon heads.
He looks fun.
Yeah. And then what we're doing as a bonus item, because with Cathedral we were doing that hand-drawn guide, doing a chibi keychain with Phenotopia. We're going to be doing a set of trading cards as like almost like a wax pack style classic. So
All
we're
right.
going to be able to get like a few of the characters, and then we'll have other booster packs that you can also get, classic style. I might put some bubblegum in it too, just because I'm...
Bubblegum? Some Bazooka Joe?
Huh?
Some Bazooka
Some
Joe?
Bazooka Joe in there. Maybe a little comic in there. I don't know.
I'm about the comics.
Yeah.
It's the only reason to chew Bazooka Joe.
Turn the volume.
retro edition that comes
Nah.
with everything in the standard premium edition.
It's all good.
It's such a big deal.
He says it's such a big deal to turn up the volume on the end part.
If it has been told, turn up the volume, please. No, on that.
Doggy, now that's what I call a twist ending.
Hopefully, this
No,
will
don't-
delight our
don't. I wouldn't.
spectacular supporters.
Oh, it definitely will.
Yeah.
And we always
It was
try
a
to
noble
bring
So this is
effort.
the end of it. Now we have the
and
little
titles
final.
to gamers across the world.
Thanks so much, everybody, for joining us. We appreciate you all.
Thanks, everyone. Until next time.
Now you get to hear me sing. You get to hear me sing terribly.
Let's get physical, physical.
There's one more thing.
I won't.
All right.
I won't judge too.
One more press of the button couldn't hurt.
I don't know if you can figure that one out, Dylan. Might be a little too new. That's good though.
Stop it.
Yeah.
Book with
Wait, I didn't quite see it.
It was music.
sound.
It was a sound effect that you heard. You missed it.
I did.
It's all good. You missed it.
Clearly I
Oh,
did.
I think.
Oh, we got someone out there
I
who
think
knows.
Josh got it.
Yeah.
Come up here. You're gonna say it right into the microphone. Come on, bud.
Come on, Josh.
Yeah. He's also a plant in the crowd, but that's okay.
He's got a beautiful purse.
Right over here, sir.
Make sure it's on.
You can hear me.
It's not on. It's not on. You can just talk right here.
It's perfect.
So,
What do we got?
I mean, so, what do you think that might be? So, did anybody else in the crowd, did you figure out what that sound was? It's a jingle.
Yeah, I guess maybe they can't get them here.
PlayStation?
That's the idea.
That's what it is.
Was I right? Okay.
So, that was a tease. So, we are an officially licensed PlayStation publisher as well.
Yes.
Wow. Yeah.
Congratulations. It's harder to do these days.
Yeah, yeah. So we
So
are
you show
going
quality
to,
work.
We are going to absolutely handpick what we push over to the PS4 or PS5.
Sure.
And we haven't really decided on, what route. The hipster in me just wants to do PS5, but there's a whole market on the PS4. So, I have a whole team. It's not just Jeffrey Wittenhagen. So, we go as a team. That's why I said we got a plan, because Josh is part of the team as well.
I said, you in the audience,
You in the
random
audience.
man.
He's like, me, random man. It's like I'm a magician over here.
No idea what's going on.
I meet so many people in a day. If I did meet you, I apologize.
But the thing that was interesting with this Direct was, we've done a Direct for each one of our releases, which was a JP idea because he liked the Nintendo Directs and being able to reveal our stuff. We've done a One More Thing where we revealed Robot Named Fight as the One More Thing, which ended up going to the Series 2. That was actually one of the first games we signed, but we had to wait for it because they were still adding stuff to it. The One More Thing for Series 2 was Cathedral, which people were going nuts about. This time we did our One More Thing, Mighty Fight Federation. Oh, and it's part of the series. And so we have lots more to come, of course, but I focus on what we have. So that's the key. So like right now, the focus is going to be on getting our Series 3 titles released, right? We want to make sure that the production happens, make sure that it gets out to everybody at a reasonable time. So when you pre-order from Premium Edition Games on 16 November, secure your 500 available copies of the Retro Editions, you will know you're going to get it within a reasonable amount of time. Like
He's trustworthy.
Not gonna have to wait a year. Like we shipped out our Series 2. They went for pre-order around July. They started shipping out in September, October.
I love it.
Yeah. Now we're waiting on the Steelbook for Robot Named Fight. I think they've arrived, and they should be shipping out within the next couple weeks once they get assembled. So like in that Retro Edition right there that you can see with the Super Nintendo style box and Steelbook.
Ooh.
Oh yeah. Yeah, so basically, we just want to make sure we have a reputation that when we take games, you're not going to have to wait a year to get your games from us. And then we want to have a lot of fun with it, like the challenge cards we had. So, Dylan, now time to put you on the spot.
Go for it.
Q&A time. Nothing is off limits. Open book for Premium Edition games. Let's go.
How much of a pain in the keister is doing all this work? Do you have a bunch of people working for you? Or is it kind of a breeze?
So, pain in the keister. So, first of all, Premium Edition Games is not my day job. I work a 60 to 80 hour a week job on top of what I do.
That can't be. How long do you sleep? Here's another question.
Sleep.
Okay.
What's sleep? No. No. Now the key is we move at a slower pace.
Yeah.
So that means that I can regulate, because I have a 9-year-old daughter that I help her with homework and during the weekdays, and I hang out with my wife.
I never gave her that Mimikyu.
Stuff.
I apologize.
Never gave her the Mimikyu. But that being said, though, I do all my family time, do everything else. But on the weekends, I'm sitting there working on production. Now it comes with planning. I have to pre-plan everything, make sure I have time allocated so I can get everything done. A weekend like this, not doing any production, obviously, because we're hanging out doing this thing.
Yeah.
This is all part of it too. To me, it's the best hobby ever. Really fun. I want to keep it like that, which is also why we're going to go a little slower. Now, do we have team members? Yes. Josh is the team member. I have multiple people working on production, marketing, customer service. We've been noted that we have some of the best customer service in the gaming community, because anytime anybody has an issue, we have a team member that's dedicated, and he will respond with everything and try to get to the bottom of anything.
Sure.
And then we have now, because we're adding a third game to Series 3, right? That's more than the 2 I've been doing. We actually have another person helping with graphic design and layout work and everything.
Oh, that's...
And yeah, so that
That's
absolutely
good news
helps.
in the long run.
Yeah.
What are some of the trials and tribulations of dealing with Nintendo as a company?
So, Nintendo is notoriously hard to deal with, right? They're actually not that bad. They're very meticulous. What they have is high standards, which means that our products are going to be
I don't know. I
high
played a few
standard.
Wii games. Shovelware.
Now, not talking about the programming of the games.
Okay. Well, they still published.
Very true. But what I'm saying, though, is from my perspective, it's going to be from the publisher perspective and creating items, physical items.
Sure.
And when that comes to pass, like, they have to have specific different logos you have to use, specific resolutions. You have to upload it a certain way. The layers have to look a certain way. Everything has to be an exact way. Otherwise, they won't approve it. So they have a standard. They tell you the standard. And then when you don't meet it, because there's like a million things you have to line up, they'll make you fix it until you get it to their standard.
I don't know, man. There's like carnival games that met somebody's standards.
Yeah. But the physical packaging of Carnival games still met the standard of every other release.
I suppose so.
Yeah. So the quality of every game may not be exactly the same, but that's the developer side, right?
Right.
And that's somebody's game that they created, whether they created it in 2 minutes or not, or spent the last 6 to 8 years making their masterpiece, like Phenotopia.
Yeah. It's called Awakening, though, so that implies that there's a few more other after it.
Well, there was a predecessor that was a Flash game called Phenotopia.
Oh.
Yeah. That was where he started with.
Is it like in canon?
It is in canon. I think The Awakening starts a brand new story down that line.
Okay.
I'm sure the developer will correct me if I'm wrong.
So, in a world where everything, I keep hearing people talking about digital.
Yeah.
And digital being so important because it's just like, oh, it's just easy.
It is.
It's something you can toss off.
Accessibility.
What is your favorite part about physical games?
So first of all, I'm an 80s gamer.
Yeah.
Right? So I love being able to open up all my things, being able to set it up, display it on my shelf.
Yep.
Plus, you noticed it. You were talking about it.
Yeah.
All the different art aesthetics. So now, not only you don't get that with
Mega
digital.
Man 2 cover?
Yeah. And I mean, I can talk to Mark and get him to do a cover for me in the future.
Yeah, yeah.
Because I know him. Like,
Oh, that's great.
I mean, through these conventions, I've met a lot of the artists for a lot of these things. So, like, I mean, I can't say, I never knew. I found Paul Niemeyer, who did Mortal Kombat. I met him at Game On Expo. He's also here at Midwest Gaming Classic.
Yeah, I talked to with him. He's cool.
He might have been last. He'll be probably tonight.
Oh, yeah, the VIP room, baby.
Yeah, yeah. But that being said, though, doing all those aspects, though, is what is fun for me and fun for gamers. Is you get all these different art pieces, and it allows the game to live longer than it normally would, and it also has different pieces that go a little further than just the digital title alone. It's interesting. It's interesting.
I have one big final question for you.
Uh-oh.
And this is one. It's a Ninfrendo, one Ninfrendo to the next. What is your favorite Nintendo Switch game that you have not helped publish?
Okay. So, in my collection, this is where I get to go deep down the
There you
rabbit
go.
hole.
Okay.
So, my collection is different than most. Everybody displays their stuff differently.
Yeah.
I do have a Switch kiosk that I was able to obtain, which is great.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah. But I like my rental game display. So I have a game case that I created. I actually have a lot of them face forward. It's like my top 40. And then I have my top 5 on the side.
Ooh.
Where I have my top 5 with every piece.
Well, then I would actually ask for your top 5 then, because sometimes it's hard to pick your favorite baby.
Yeah. So my top 5, I got Bloodstained Curse of the Moon.
Okay, yeah.
Bloodstained Curse of the Moon is the retro version of Bloodstained, which actually is more like a Castlevania 3 Dracula's Curse aesthetic. Get to change between 4 different characters on the fly. Really
I like it.
Fun.
I played it. It's very
fun.
good.
So good. Part 2 is great as well. I don't think I have the physical copy yet. And then Tom Dubois did the art for the retro edition, which looks amazing.
Really?
Oh, so good.
It's tempting.
So good.
Very tempting.
So
the bloodstained copy of on the Switch is not good. Tom actually lent me that one.
Yeah.
It's fine. They just didn't optimize it. It was secondary.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then you got a few though.
Yeah, yeah, I got a few more. Oh, of course I do.
Yeah.
So, some other ones, classic, easy mention, Super Mario Odyssey.
Yeah.
Super Mario Odyssey is a great
Classic.
one. That's
Yeah.
easy. Easy top 5 on Nintendo Switch. Right now
I've
for me.
literally sat someone down who's never played a video game and been like, just play this for a while.
Yeah.
Immediately enchanted.
When it gets my daughter's now almost 10. When she was 7, it engaged her and she started playing everything. That's when I knew, okay, this is a top tier Nintendo Switch game. This is a top tier video game.
Yep.
And that's the key right there. When it transcends that, Nintendo Switch up to being every single console, then you know you've got something.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Then we got 2 so far. What's the third?
How about a tiny little game, a Metroidvania. It's called Hollow Knight.
Okay, you're right. I have played Hollow Knight to death. I have played every single ending. I've gone all the way through. I never thought I would.
Really?
But that little dude, he rips so hard. I love him. I love his little aesthetic. I thought about getting a Hollow Knight tattoo. This is how much I like the game.
Wow.
I just wanted the nail, like the cracked nail.
Oh, that would be cool.
On my arm. It would be It'd be awesome. It actually kind of looks like a pen nib too, like where you dip ink in. So I was like, oh, double. I was like, perfect. But I don't know.
So yeah, my thing with Hollow Knight though was I played it initially, and of course there is a curve, there is a wall,
It's pretty steep.
and
but
once you hit that wall, then
Yep.
it opens up. Something similar to what happens at Cathedral, by the way.
that first, the boss, the one with the hammer.
Yeah, the one with the big hammer
Big
that
fat one
teaches
with
you
the
how
hammer.
they actually play.
Yep. Yep.
Once you beat that guy, then it opens up, and that game got me so addicted for so long.
And it's a lot bigger than you think when you start out. You
Yeah.
think this game is going to
Yeah.
be pretty straightforward, and suddenly, more than even like Super Metroid, like there's like, oh, now there's like a beehive? What am I up to here?
Yeah, yeah.
It's good. It's very good.
Amazing.
I might play it again. How about number 4?
So, number 4, I'm going to just go to a random game because I've been drinking a little bit,
That's
and
fine,
I
I
don't
don't
remember
care.
number 4. I know number
Listen,
1.
I'm drunk too. It's fine.
So it's a game called Time is Spinner. Have you heard of Time is Spinner?
Never played it.
So it is another Metroidvania. However, you get surrounded by orbs, and all your orbs have different. It almost reminds me of the materia in Final Fantasy VII.
Oh, that's cool.
And all the orbs have different attacks. So you have a green orb, and it'll just attack. And then you have a blue orb, and it'll show a big sword. And then you'll have a red one, which will do something else. And
Sure.
you can mix and match them as you collect more orbs and different abilities.
Wow.
It's so good, and it's like has this Castlevania Symphony of the Night artwork style that's amazing. The
It's good?
soundtrack is epic.
I can't believe I've
So
never
good.
heard of this.
It was released by Limited Run Games back in the day.
Okay.
Yeah, really good game. And I really can't remember what my number 4 is. So
Or
like,
5? That's
yeah.
fine.
No, I know
Don't
number
worry
5.
about it.
Number
You know
5's
number 5.
easy.
What is that?
Legend of Zelda: Breath of the Wild.
Okay.
I
So it's
have
number
to.
5.
I have to.
Yeah.
I have to.
I saw a
put it.
lot of Breath of the Wild in Phenotopia.
Yes, there is a lot. Phenotopia is almost a 16 to 32-bit-ish pixel-based Breath of the Wild. 'Cause you
Because it
start
has that
cooking in it.
crafting and cooking, yeah.
Yeah,
Mhm.
and so it's really fun to fishing. Like
Sure.
lots of little fun aspects to it, and the holistic story, and
Immersion.
calming of it,
Yeah.
right? The beautiful art. And so, like now, though, after having my experiences with Cathedral, that is what bumped into my top 5 of all time for
Really?
the Switch. So that's why I don't know what my old number 5 was. So that's why I don't remember it anymore.
That's okay,
Because
don't worry
Cathedral
about it.
is legitimately there right now, and Phenotopia might jump right in as well because it's so good. It is tough.
It's a day one
But,
for me.
But
it's fine.
is like Phenotopia going to beat out a Hollow Knight? So that's where I have to make those choices because I had such a great experience with that game as well. And just because
Listen, we
I
don't know if
published
Hollow
it,
Knight was a fluke. We're still waiting for Silk Song.
exactly.
So I don't know if this was just like a flash in the pan or if they know exactly what they're doing. I'm
Exactly.
waiting. Please just release Silk Song. Please. Come on.
Yeah.
Honestly.
So you like how you gave me a loaded question, but I had a much more loaded answer?
Oh, yeah.
That's how we do podcasting.
That's called interviewing.
It's podcasting.
Yeah, there
It's
we
great.
go.
It's great.
It's perfect.
But yeah, like, so I have it. I love a lot of games on the Switch. And the thing is I've changed my collecting, because I've been a retro game collector for like 30 plus years.
Sure.
And I've changed it to being exclusively for the Switch because the Switch covers all generations.
Yes, it does.
You have an Atari collection.
Yep.
You have everything all the way up to modern games. You don't get the most modern games flawless.
Yep.
As you mentioned with Bloodstained, the actual Ritual of the Night.
Sure.
It has some issues. That
Try
being
playing
said,
the
though,
Outer Worlds
Yeah.
on Switch. I heard it's real bad.
Or Troll and I.
Troll and I?
Troll and I is like the classic year 1 title for the Switch.
Oh,
that literally
it's
is
just,
so
I thought it was
bad.
just called Troll.
Troll and I.
It's called Troll and I.
Yeah, and it just was not optimized, and it's glitchy as heck, and people like dog on it. But it's not really that bad of a game, like holistically.
Okay.
It's just that it wasn't optimized correctly for the Switch.
All right.
Like it's a classic one.
I've never played it, and I probably never will.
Yeah.
But that's okay.
We did a Switch Mania Playcast episode on it, and it was hilarious.
Okay.
It was funny.
All right. Well, I actually think we're going to wrap up here.
Oh yeah, we went for 50 minutes.
Oh my God. I have to do more podcasting after this.
No problems with that. Oh darn.
Okay. I'm Dylan from Hair of the Dogcast. Follow us on all social media, whatever. How about you, man?
So I'm Jeff from Premium Edition Games. You can find us at premiumeditiongames.com. Remember, 16 November is when you can get our Series 3 titles for pre-order. Make sure, because we have a 1-month month pre-order window. It is open pre-order for our standard editions, but our retro editions will have 500 copies available. So once those are gone, they will be gone.
Get them all you can, man. Absolutely. At Hair of the Dogcast on Instagram and Hot Dog Cast. See, this is the problem,
Yes,
Tom.
all of the things.
You
Mine's
have
just
to-
premium edition.
You have to understand. Available on podcast services everywhere.
That's right.
Also, youtube.com. That's where you're watching this.
Yeah.
See you later.
Oh, yeah. Woohoo.